Hey everyone, I'm here at Dundas Square, or at least I thought I was, but according to Google Maps, this is now Sankofa Square. I don't know if my camera is focusing in on that. But last year, quite controversially, it was announced by the city that they would be renaming the square from Yonge-Dundas Square, or Dundas Square, as many of us call it, to Sankofa Square. And that was met with a pretty negative backlash, I would say. And I just want to point out that a little later in the video, I'll be heading over to that building there, the Tenor, and I'll be going for a walk through it. But we'll spend the first few minutes in the square here just talking about some changes. But this place has gone by the name Yonge-Dundas Square since November of 2002 when it opened. And it features these 20 fountains which have recently been turned on, and it hosts various events throughout the year. But it was named after what has become a controversial character, Henry Dundas, or rather, it gets its name from the intersection of Yonge and Dundas, that being Dundas Street. And last year it was announced by City Council with a very surprising vote of 19-2 to rename it. And the name they chose, of all names, is Sankofa. And that name was decided upon unanimously by a renaming advisory committee. But apparently the process wasn't very transparent. And I think the chair of Dundas Square even stepped down after the renaming was announced. And I have yet to this day meet a single person that was supportive of the name. And over there used to be a Hard Rock Cafe, and that opened in 1978, and it replaced a live music tavern. That closed about 7 years ago, becoming a Shoppers Drug Mart. And also right over there was the Samsung Experience Store, which is now, or will soon be, a BMO bank, so the character of the square continues to evolve and change, not necessarily for the better. I made no secret that I was not a fan of the name change. And when it comes to public parks and spaces, although this is a semi-public space, I guess, the City of Toronto is developing a new commemorative framework to guide how the city commemorates public figures and events, and place names and other civic assets. So why the heck did they jump the gun and choose a word from Ghana rather than something reflective of Canada and its history? And I think that's the number one argument most people have been making. That, and maybe it shouldn't be changed in the first place. Either way, I'm never going to call it that, other than maybe this video referring to it as Sankofa Square. And the name change was supposed to take place by the second quarter of 2024, and everything has been quiet on that front. I haven't been able to locate any definitive information other than on the Yonge-Dundas Square official website indicating that the name would soon be changed. And that's why it was so surprising to see it renamed on Google Maps. They probably just set it to change as we're in Q2 of 2024. But it was one of those things I was hoping that with such a negative public backlash, it would just kind of go away. There's several articles documenting the negative reception to the name change online. It's one of those things that kind of unifies a lot of people across the city. Oh well, I just wanted to do a little update on that front. If you do know when that name change will be official? Let me know down in the comments, because I could not find any information regarding that. That is the Eaton Center over there, by the way. And there is the Tenor. So I'm going to head over there and go for a walk through that property. And this complex was approved back in 1998. It was supposed to open a few years after that, but it didn't end up opening until 2007. So they must have used the same contractors that Metrolinx uses. And there's a number of changes going on over there. It's connected to Dundas Station. On the corner here, up until recently, was a flagship Adidas store. And as you can see, the first Toronto location of Shake Shack is moving in. There's also a Hard Rock Cafe moving in upstairs, I think where Milestones used to be. There's now a Milestones in the Eaton Center to the south of here, so it's good to see the Hard Rock Cafe returning. But it's not quite the same as the old location. And it was originally known as Metropolis. Then soon after construction was completed, it was renamed Toronto Life Square. And then I think it just became 10 Dundas East. And now it is the Tenor. And there's Little Canada. You can see a miniaturized version of the country in here. I've yet to go through here, but maybe I will make a video through here at some point. You can see their hours right there. Do check online for hours and pricing if you plan to show or show up. It'll be interesting to see how this Five Guys fares once Shake Shack opens up. And where Winners is, it used to be a Future Shop, and then when Best Buy consolidated the two chains and dropped the Future Shop brand, they vacated this premises, as there is a Best Buy just along Dundas Street in the Eaton Center. They closed these, right? You used to be able to enter Winners through those doors, but not anymore. I was thinking I would go in through there, but we'll go in through the main doors. Shows you how often I go there. There's also a ballroom, bowling alley, and bar moving in. And there's a large, I think, 23-screen movie theater. It was originally an AMC. It's now part of the Cineplex Odeon chain. And some of those cinemas double as lecture halls for the nearby TMU University, formerly Ryerson. Here's a lot of people queuing up for the Dundas streetcar. So I'll head in. I'm going to make a beeline for the escalator and head up. Or actually, maybe we'll start by heading straight down. It's not uncommon for security to intercept anyone recording through here, but it's a really weird layout. We'll just head down and I'll show you where the subway entrance is. There's a bunch of security guards right there, but There's the entrance to Little Canada. And there is where you go into the subway station. It looks like the beer store has closed up for the day. And there's a Timmy's. Doesn't look like anyone entering Little Canada. The last time I was here, oh, you can enter the beer store over here. So they closed down one of the entrances. Maybe theft was a reason for that, just to funnel everyone through one side. But the last time I was here to see a movie, I ended up going to that Dollarama and loading up on snacks. I also know of some YouTubers that have been asked to put their cameras away in here, so I'm doing my best security evading tactics, I guess. There's a Starbucks. I thought at one point you used to be able to purchase your movie tickets from down here. There's the Winners. That used to be a feature shop. So this is very similar to a Marshall's. It's owned by the same people. If you're an American viewer and you're wondering why it looks familiar, but that entrance I tried to get into is this one. But they've closed that off. There is a food court upstairs we'll head up to. I believe there's a Winners moving into the Eaton Center. And there's a very big Winners and Marshall's just north of here at College Park. That's all there is on this floor. The configuration of this building is quite odd. And this food court used to extend off in that direction, but I believe that's where the ballroom is going in. That bowling alley and bar. They have a new location up at Yonge and Bloor, and an existing location, their first one at John and Richmond Street. Remember, there used to be a Harvey's in here. Now there's just a California Thai, Asian Gourmet Walk and Grill, and Happy Fruit Bubble Tea. I'm pretty sure that's where the ballroom is going in. There's an excellent all-you-can-eat sushi up here. I remember coming here with colleagues for lunch when I worked in the financial district a few times. There it is. And there is where the Hard Rock Cafe is moving in. I remember going to Milestones when it was at this location. You get a pretty neat view of Yonge and Dundas. from that location, so I imagine they'll be utilizing that with their new layout. There's a Jack Astor's, another similar place to Milestones. And it's the movie theater. And there's more stories to this building up above, 23 screens in total in here. I think a standard movie is about $14. Let's see, Fall Guy. Are you a scene member? No, I am actually, but general admission, $14.25. D-Box Atmos. D-Box is sold out. So $19.25 for D-Box, whatever that is. There's D-Box, $25.25. $28 for a movie. No, thank you. Although, you can at least buy beer now. And this escalator.
Is that okay?
Oh, there we go. It is off. You just turned it on. Thank you. And that is pretty much it for this oddball of a shopping center or mall. I've never really covered it on the channel before. I have to come over here to go down, as the escalators, for whatever reason, are spread out. This food court was never that busy before. All right, I made it through without getting kicked out or told to stop recording. Victory on this day shall be mine. And it is raining a bit. But that is it for a brief revisit of the idiotic renaming of Dundas Square. Do let me know if you know the latest status of that, but hopefully the no news is good news mantra rings true. They haven't changed the sign there. Still says Yonge-Dundas Square. But that is it. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. As we look over at the Tenor. All right, take care. Yoink.